Ooh wee. What a day, what a day. It's not often that you get I'm glad it's not often, but it's not often you get a dump like this. Goodness gracious. This has been one crazy day. Lots of money lost, a lot of people's feelings hurt. It's all good though. It is all good. Whew. Let's see how bad things look. I thought this morning was the worst of it, but they found a way to just keep going, keep going down. And that is not what any of us really wanted right now. Everything is 30. Oh my God, 30% plus. So did you guys get the news about Bitconnect? Bitconnect. They finally shut down their doors, and by the grace of God, they they let everybody withdraw their money, but not in Bitcoin. You got to withdraw your money in Bitconnect tokens. So we'll see how much those will be worth now that they don't have an exchange, their own personal exchange propping up the price. That's gonna be real painful. Real painful. So I know a lot of people are probably affected by it, and there's really not too much you can do. You know, they gave you your money back technically, just not in the form that you would have probably wanted. But live and learn. Live and learn. So let's see what this price on Bitcoin is right now. It's, oh man, it's about to bust to 8,000. Will it do it though? That's the question. So psychologically, I thought 10,000 was going to be the barrier that nobody let it pass. And when it did that, all hell broke loose. So if 9,000 doesn't hold, it's going to be a long night. It's going to be a long night. What's up, Mike? Yeah, we're looking at 8K. I think it just hit 89. Did it? Nah, it just bounced. But this is even worse than I could have prepped for. I put like 130K in Tether, and I thought everything was all clear when it bounced off 10.6 this morning. And then it didn't. It just got worse. So it could be, honestly, it probably could be a lot worse, but my position could be a lot worse, but this is bad for anybody involved. Cosmos, it is not 10K. I am looking on Binance right now. It's sitting at 9,200. Well, this is where I trade. If you look at CoinMarketCap, it might still be at 10K, but that's a cumulative price across a bunch of exchanges. But from where I personally trade, it is 9,200. It is 9,200. Now the question is, how hard is it gonna bounce when it does bounce? That is the real question, because the bounce is gonna come. Are you on the 1 hour, 2 hour, or 2 day for your fib? It's no problem. Matthew, I don't even know if it's gonna try bounce tomorrow. We may flatline tomorrow, and everybody's gonna be on edge. Everybody's gonna be on edge. It flatlined for a couple days before this dump, so that might creep people out even further. So who knows? Who knows? I just know that this one is. Whew, I think this one may very well be worse than when it went from 4,900 to 5,300 to 2,900. That could, because that one happened over the span of like two or 3 days. This one, it just, the bottom just fell out of it in one day. It just collapsed. So if I was to pick, I'd pick the other one. I'd pick the one from what was it, right before, around October. I'll pick that crash over. I pick this one, and I don't know if it'll bounce tomorrow. If it could at least give us a flat line, so we can scrounge up some funds to buy this, then yeah. But yep. So this Bitconnect situation, this is pretty bad. We all knew that they were like the skeleton in the closet. We all knew it was there. We were all aware of it, but you just could not convince people otherwise. And you couldn't convince people otherwise, and it became pretty apparent that everybody just wanted that quick money. And when push come to shove, yeah, they gave everybody their money back in a form of a token that's going to crash in price like no other. Like no other. What is ETH at now? I haven't even checked. And now my screen freezes. Really? Of course. Got too many tabs. That's the problem. Did you getting any ETH, or did you just leave it all alone? Woo! 854. Goodness. Okay. That's a nice little hammer for me. Let's hope that it can push through. What am I on, the 5 minute? Yeah, that's what it is. Let me switch. Yeah, that's not good. Yeah, if you have the opportunity to get it at 750, that'd be a real blessing. The thing is, we still don't know what the recovery time is going to be on this. I know that the 3,200, when it dropped to 2,900, I'm sorry, last time around, it bounced back to 5,800 in a day and a half. If it bounced back to 5,800 in a day and a half, so that was pretty quick. But this time around, you have a lot more new investors that aren't as strong. They don't have hands of steel. This is basically their cherry being popped. correction wise, because all they've had for the last 60 days is up, up, and up. Well, sometimes it comes a time where you got to pay that piper. Yeah, Philip, Bitconnect, they're gone. They are gone. I think the first cease and desist that I seen American wise was from Texas, and after I seen that, I already knew it was just a matter of time. That I was just the first of many to come, and they're putting out all these statements, trying to make it seem like circumstances made them shut down. No, they just couldn't keep up with these promised interest payments. My question is, all these YouTubers and vloggers that were promoting this Bitconnect, are you gonna have the gall to go and promote something else? And are you going to publicly apologize for promoting this scam for what's going on a year now? Even though you knew that it was a scam, even though that a lot of the funds that you were flaunting that you had weren't even your funds. You were sponsored. So the money that you had, it wasn't out of your own pocket. You were sponsored these funds and told to go and chill. So, I want to see what their statements are, because they're the face of the community. They were the paid puppets. You're a paid puppet. Let's see. I want to see how they react to this, finding out that this whole thing was just a big Ponzi scheme. They knew from the jump. Come on, a DDoS? Of course, the DDoS isn't a coincidence. Completely orchestrated. Make things as difficult as possible to withdraw. You can't get to your funds and just watch it crash. The only thing that was keeping the price of Bitconnect up to begin with was the fact that they were selling it on an exchange where they could manipulate the price as they please. Yeah, it's gonna be real awkward at the next family get together. Whoever brought those people into Bitconnect. The severity of this correction, there are so many factors that come into play with this one. It's mind-boggling. It's crazy how many factors come into play. You have the lunar moon theory that comes into play. You have the 2-week cycle for the retarget that comes into play. You have the 60-day cycle for the correction that Bitcoin seems to just follow that comes into play. And they all seem to have landed at the same time. Like, it could not be any worse. You have a hat trick of circumstances that individually they already are a headache. And then you put them all within a 2 to 3 day window of each other. And it's like, there was no way that anyone could win. No way that anyone could win. This was the perfect storm. And then, on top of that, you still have the people that are going to take advantage and manipulate the market. People want to say Asia, the FUD from Asia. I'm not buying it. By this time, if you still fall for that and still sell based off those factors, then you shouldn't be in crypto to begin with. But I think ultimately, on top of everything that's already going on, you have a lot of people that are brand new to crypto, brand new. And the only thing they've ever seen is crypto go up. For the last, I could say since October, it's been just a mad rush up. Like, it's increased in value week after week after week. So their first time going through something that maybe could be perceived as a small correction at 15%, gets multiplied when people start freaking out and selling everything that they have and just make matters worse. Think about it. If you're holding like I was saying before, if you're holding a bunch of red coin or a bunch of doji and the market starts tanking, you know, you're one of the first ones that's going to take that hit. You're going to start seeing your stuff plummet quicker than a lot of other people. And being that you're seeing your investment, quote unquote, go down so quickly, you end up in a situation where you're like, man, this is not for me. So you're trying to hurry up and sell your doji, sell your red, sell your bitbean into Bitcoin so you can hurry up and send it to Coinbase to sell. You know, so you just had a mad rush of people that were 1 foot in, 1 foot out, and got wrecked trying to escape their terrible investments to begin with, so that you can compound that, everybody jumping over each other trying to get out of Bitcoin's way. What they don't realize, you know, this thing's gonna eventually get a bounce, and all that Bitcoin that you sold out, like the people that sold at 9,000, they're gonna be real hurt when it bounces back to 10, 11, then 12, then 13, and they're trying to buy back in again. So a whole new set of FOMO forms, and we're right back where we started. So, Mike, I'll tell you, this is the perfect storm, as you wrote. The perfect storm. Oh, man. So, I appreciate it. I'd appreciate it. So let's just do a quick run through of how much I may have screwed up purchasing earlier today when I caught the false sense of security of the market recovering. And so we can find out how much of a hit that I just took. Oh, look at that, a nice 10%, 12% bounce. Beautiful. Let's find out. So a few things that I bought. Hey, Mike, I thought I did a great job buying Loop Ring at what, 94 cents? Boy, I had another thing coming. I'll tell you that much. All right, so going through what I purchased this morning at a perceived good price. We have ZRX. I am currently down 800 Satoshis there. I didn't sell the Z coin like I told myself to, and I was supposed to sell it at 770,000, and right now it's at 595. Is there a problem, McDollars? Talk to me. XLM, yep, took another 20% hit there. Didn't buy TRX sub, bought some sub, took a 30% hit there. Some, about another 20% hit there. Quest, took another, goodness, 18 and 19% across the board. QSP. Oh my goodness, I am green on QSP. What's up with the Bitcoins? I kind of just went through it. It's a bunch of factors, a bunch of things at play, but at the end of it, it's a lot of new investors not exactly knowing what they're going into, going through their first correction and not exactly knowing how to handle what's being placed in front of them. This is going to recover. I'm not too worried about it. You know, we've been through this over and over again. It's the same thing. Fire and fury. Everything's going to crash and burn. Next thing, it's flowers and rainbows. Everything's taken off. So don't even, honestly, if you didn't get out of the way previous, it's not the time to sell, because you're just you're going to end up at these bottoms, and that's not where you want to be. You do not want to be there. Yeah, Mike. Even with Loop Ring, man, I still bought that thing 10% higher than I should have. I thought we were at the bottom previous. 20%. Yeah, it does look good. I mean, we'll just fill up the rest of this. I should have transferred more out of my personal wallet. Nah, man. It's if you didn't sell yesterday, like selling now, you're literally just taking a loss. You're gonna take a loss that you're gonna really, really regret because the crypto has been doing this for as long as I've been in it. It goes through these corrections. Nothing can go up forever. You know, people are gonna take profits. There are gonna be circumstances that cause people to sell. You don't want to be you don't want to get caught at the bottom of one of these. You know, like say for example, I don't know if this is gonna be the one that takes off, but say you sold at 45.15 and then 10 minutes later it starts its recovery. Now you're gonna be feeling salty, like, wow, I just lost my whole position, uh, thinking that it was just gonna keep going down and I was protecting myself. So if you this is the mindset that I take and I keep is if you believe in the project and the crypto market, not just the coin itself, the crypto market is going through a correction, just sit back. You know, if you believed in it at $2, why are you freaking out at $1? Why are you freaking out at $1, not excited to be able to buy more? You know, if I bought something at $2 and it drops to $1, I'm doubling down. You know, especially if it's a market wide crash. If it's something where it's a coordinated attack or the token itself just proved to be a scam, yeah, you know, you might have to jump ship. But if it's a viable token, it's a viable team, everything is good to go, when you still believe in the fundamentals that were originally presented to you, and the market is crashing, haven't, but the fundamentals haven't changed, there's no reason for you to be jumping ship. You know, hang tight, stick to your guns. If you believed in the fundamentals, you know, when the market recovers, you'll recover. You know, that's just how it is. Average down. You know, if you have an average price of $2 and it drops to $1, buy enough to bring your average down to $1.50. Take advantage of the opportunity presented in front of you instead of just running and hiding. Van Hook. So you have instruction how to get your Bitconnect out of your account. All right, so these are Van Hook's instructions for anybody that can't see it. Log into your Bitconnect account, go to your Bitconnect wallet, use coins and transfer out to Coin Exchange. All right, and then go to balances. All right, so then when you get to Coin Exchange, you go to balances, type in Bitconnect, action, deposit, Bitconnect, generate. Oh, it's just all right. It's the same exact instructions as anything else. Never mind. But yeah, is it even accessible right now? God, last I checked, you can even get on Bitconnect. Last I checked, you couldn't even get on. Yeah, that website's gone. That website is a gunner. Sorry. Give me 1 second. But yeah, so where was I? GDAX. Well, that's a nice little bounce. Let's see how far it goes. What's the price on? Okay. Wow, that was quick. What a candle. What a candle there. That's the 1 day. Let's switch to 1 hour. It was just a question, SK. I know it's not going that low. I'm pretty sure that it won't go that low. Sadik, we talked about this. I think it was early December, my man. I was praying that you made it to February. Get them 10K out. Was it just you, or did you have family as well that was in Bitconnect? The question I have is, can you charge? Can you claim that as a loss as a tax write off? Because you technically did get scammed, and the money is gone. You can't claim it. Well, it's not really gone. It's just not valued at what you originally were expecting. Well, if you can claim it as a loss, that'd be some help. But I don't. How much will it really offset things? That's my question. How much will it really offset anything? Yeah, that's that. See, the way that they got away with saying that they gave people back their money was by giving them Bitconnect tokens. The Bitconnect tokens weren't worth anything to begin with. The price was being propped up by them having their own personal exchange. So when there's no personal exchange making the price way higher than what it's supposed to be, of course it's going to tank down. You know, that was a given. I had spoke on that previously. So you said the tokens are $30 right now. Ooh. Nah, they cannot have converted it to Bitcoin or cash because they didn't have the Bitcoin or cash to give anyone. So you can't give an asset out that you really don't have. It was a house of cards to begin with. Historical prices, tools, markets. There it is. See, on the quote unquote Bitconnect exchange, it would have still been, could be that they could manipulate the price. 291 is what's actually propping up uh the price right now because it goes into the average. Once that gets taken out, this thing's gonna plummet big time. Ugh, so sad. So sad. Yeah, Cosmos, that's what I was saying. Like it's not the time to sell. The time to sell would have been yesterday or the day before. If you're trying to sell as it's dropping, you done lost your mind. You done lost your mind. Sadiq, when did they actually shut down all of the trading? Was it today that they stopped it, or was it a few days ago for the BitConnect? SK, I am not a fan of XVG. I'll put the disclaimer out there. I have made a lot of money on XVG based on the fact that they have a huge following. Based on the fact that they have a huge following, when it dropped to 55 stats, I bought a bunch of it and rode the wave as far as I could. But am I a believer in the token itself? No, I'm not a big fan. But hey, if you make money on it, it is what it is. Most people that are investing nowadays don't even care about technology, so go wherever you can make some money. That's I'm not a fan of it. Oh, so they stopped trading on that site 2 days ago. Oof. So they actually shut down the exchange a week ago. So they shut down the website due to quote unquote DDoS attacks a week ago, and then stopped anybody from exchanging. So they were already clearing the books long before you guys even realized what was going on. Yeah, they emptied those coffers quick, and they what's even crazier is they did it while Bitcoin was still high. A week ago it was like 13, 14 grand. So they were able to get out, cash out, and run before this massive correction. Yeah, SK, just hold through the blood, man. If anything, if you liked it at 25 cents, if it's at 10 cents, you should love it. So that's how I look about it. And you say you like the tech. What exactly about XVG's tech do you like? Give me the specifics, and we can go back and forth a little bit. Uh, Dervin, when they say DDoS attack, I can tell you personally that it is not hard to fake a DDoS attack. It's not hard to shut down parts of a site and make things inaccessible, uh, throttle the bandwidth. There's a lot of ways to make things very difficult for anyone that wants to participate in a website. It's not very difficult to get that done. So faking a DDoS attack, I don't even buy that load of bull. Usually, I would say if with a situation like this, just try wait things out. But this is one of those where everyone knew it was a scam. So the idea that it may bounce back in price or someone may resurrect it, nah, that's not a that's not about to be the business. Yeah, the price on Coinbase generally is not going to follow the wild swings that happen on exchanges because they have a lot more control on their pricing. You know, they can control things a lot more than people even realize. And it's funny, if their pricing is higher than if the price that they have on the site is higher than what's happening outside of what they're selling, then guess what happens? They freeze up and they're not taking anybody's orders, so you can't even sell to them. But if they're lower than everybody else, oh yeah, they'll take it. So I'm for that reason, I'm not the biggest fan of Coinbase. I just know that you can't escape them. It's the initial gateway that a lot of people have to go through. Yeah, Coinbase is notorious for that. Whenever there's wild swings in prices of Bitcoin, they always quote unquote freeze up, you know? And it's they always freeze up. The app becomes unusable, website unusable is they're not they're not even trying to hide the fact that they don't want to deal with the volatility. Well, Philip, count your lucky stars that that you were able to get your Bitconnect out early. Because if you had waited, you could have ended up in a real sticky situation with everyone else. Because it was almost like a blink of an eye. Because I remember a friend of mine saying that yeah, it went from like like 220, and then he refreshed his page and it dropped to 115. And then when I logged on here, by the time I was able to log on here and set up the live chat, it was already like $50. So it's really tanking. It's going down. Man, I wouldn't pay a penny for any BitConnect. You can keep that. I wouldn't pay a penny. Not a freaking penny. I don't think Hit BTC is going anywhere anytime soon. They they have too much going for them to pull a scam like that. But with all these exchanges acting crazy, like Coins Market and how shaky stocks.exchange can be, this is the reason why I really like decentralized exchanges like Bridgecoin and BitShares and Kyber Network. This is the reason that I'm really big and making sure that I'm investing in those companies because they're going to be the ones that push us through this next level of crypto. You know, every time there's a problem in Asia, in the Asian countries, and you have they're banning the exchanges, they're banning this, they're banning that. You can't ban something that's decentralized. So they will have a good luck shutting down Bridgecoin. Good luck shutting down Ether Delta. You can't ban somebody from accessing that site. Okay, say you block the IP on that. Well, with what Substratum is building, that doesn't matter either. There's a way around that. With also there's private ticks. So there's as time goes on, you'll notice that the people that are providing services that allow us to be more in control of our money are the ones that's going to really take off. So it's just a matter of time. Oh boy. I'm a big fan of privacy coins as well. But I'm also a bigger fan of privacy coins that actually provide me with some privacy. Hence why I'm not a big fan of that coin. If you dig into them a little bit more, you'll realize that there's it's basic. It's basically Dogecoin over a Tor network. And that's all it is. Dig into the code, SK. Dig into the code, and you'll realize why it's not all that it seems. Great marketing, great marketing. You got to applaud them for that. But what they're marketing is not exactly what you're getting. So if you dig a little bit more, you'll see. Cool. Yeah. So check out the code. You'll see what I'm talking about. Also look at the code for it's an older coin that carries stealth addresses, and you'll also understand. You'll see what I'm talking about. All right. Nope, I am not a developer. I've just taken a lot of time to learn to read code. Uh, I wouldn't call myself a developer because that would be disrespectful to people that are. I just took the time to be self taught and at least get a little bit more educated on the whole crypto space in general. It's easier to find good coins if you can get into their GitHub and find out what they're actually doing. Sorry about those losses, Sadiq. You'll get them back though. Just one smart trade at a time. So many people are sleeping on Funfair. They don't even realize that Funfair is an actual company. They are an actual company. Like they're not just sending out fluff ideas and telling you about vaporware. No, they have development behind them. So it's just a matter of time. I try to buy some every chance that I have some spare BTC laying around, but it's not as fun to do it now that it's at, well, it was at 15, 16 cents as it was when it was 3 cents. Just wait. Their eyes are open, especially after they do a coin burn and bring that supply down a bit. It's going to be nice. Oh, nice. An iOS develop engineer. That's who do you usually work through, or do you just do subcontracting? That's the thing, SK. It's already on the radar of the casinos. It just hasn't been implemented yet. Man, that's a lot of work. That's a lot of work. Have you heard of the app Cordify? I wish I knew about that app earlier earlier last year. That'd saved me a lot of time. Let's see what we got going on here. How are things looking on the exchanges? Craig Black. I don't know if Bitconnect's gonna be coming back up anytime soon. Yeah. It's the one that it also gives you the option for guitar and ukulele, and it does it for any song. Anything that you pull up on YouTube, whatever chord they're in, they give you the exact chord. Piano, ukulele, guitar. I wouldn't call it an instrument learning app because it doesn't give you any instructions. You have to have some kind of base knowledge of music theory to be able to implement it. But that app is crazy. It's called Cordify. Hold on, let me write it down for you. It has made my life so much easier. Sometimes you just can't figure out the chord. Just pull that up, and it gives it right to you. I'm sorry to hear it, Craig. Sorry to hear it, man. When did you get in? SK, let's do this. Send me a private message, and I'll send you my Telegram group number, group page, and then we can go from there. I'm real interested in the music app. Because outside of gaming, basketball, and crypto, I'll sit there and play instruments all day long. France. So that's an interesting question. Personally, I would say this is how I'll answer it. The price that you are most comfortable buying. Like my purchase price that I really wanted was 10.2K. When it hit 10.2, I filled my boots. Once I even though it went lower, 10.2 was my target. I got it. It went a little bit lower. I bought a little bit more. That's just how it went. But I wouldn't necessarily say, oh, it's gonna go to this price tomorrow, so just hold out. Put a target and get a target in mind, and if you're happy with it, you're happy with it. Don't look back in hindsight and say, oh, I should have waited. Find your happy place, buy it there. What instruments do you? Oh, you're a singer. Nice. Nah, as you can hear, I cannot sing to save my life, but I can catch whatever melody that you're putting down and play it on the violin or the piano with no issue. No problem, France. All right, so nope, I do not produce. It's literally it's just a hobby thing for me. Even getting on stage for me is a hassle. You know, my hands get real sweaty. I get stage fright. I can sit at home and play whatever you need me to play. Or if you have me behind the stage, behind a curtain, I'll sit there and play. But as for getting uh, out in front of people, it doesn't work out very well. So no, I don't produce, and I very rarely perform live in front of crowds. I knew you were gonna come. Elysium Core. I knew you were gonna show up. You already missed my rant about Bitconnect though, so I won't be doing that again. But I will refresh the page. $30, which means it's getting cheaper and cheaper on the other sites as well. At least the market cap is starting to come up a little bit. Total market cap. But how much did we lose from Bitconnect doing its shenanigans? How many tokens do they have? Total supply is 9 million. So it's not that much of a dump from them. Bitconnect. This is, you know what? Sometimes that nervousness is just hardwired in us. You know, sometimes I wonder where would I be if I didn't have this fear of stages. Probably not where I am crypto now, but if I didn't have that fear in stages, I'd be in a lot of different places. You know, but 'tis his life. I try at least some core. I try. Color Media, Cryptopia is not a scam. It is a very, it's not the best of the centralized exchanges, but it's far from a scam. They may be slow. They don't give you a live interface, but they're legitimate. Craig, I don't have a Bitconnect account. I went to the website to go check it out real quick, but I think everything is down whenever you click on anything. You know what? they're That's the excuse that they're giving, but it's more than likely because they ran out of money and couldn't keep up with the scam anymore. Yeah, Bitcoin has bounced very nicely. Color Media, look, the top people that they had, you know who they are. I don't need to mention them. The top people that they had were sponsored. Like they didn't spend their own money to get in Bitconnect. Bitconnect gave them their starting funds and they just blew up from there, spewing their BS the whole time. Like a trading bot that never loses. A trading bot that never loses. Think about that. It's a trading bot that never loses. Why did they need outside money to give to this trading bot to continue to create funds? You don't need outside money. If your trading bot is as accurate as you say, you can go take out a business loan for all I care and just feed it to your trading bot and continue to make money. Why did they need outside funds to make this project work? Yeah, SK, you know the names. Those are them, you know. But yeah, so these guys were sponsored. They didn't spend their own money. They were paid shills, and that's all they were. They didn't care about any of their subscribers. They didn't care about anybody. When you pointed out the flaws in the whole system, you were looked at as a pariah. But nah, those guys are scum, man. They know it. And they happen to all get hacked right before, at the same time, they all got hacked right before all this stuff goes down. Get out of my face, man. Ripley Hour News. Why did the market crash? Because the people were investing thinking that they were going to become instant millionaires, and when it didn't happen, they cried scam and decided to run. That is a synopsis of how I feel about this situation here. If you look at the beginning, you'll see that they have the sponsored funds that were recycled through. So with the affiliates, right? Say you made the million. Okay, you're continuing. You made the million, and you can take those out, and you're continuing to put back in the original funds that we were sponsored with. What losses did you really take? You win regardless of the situation. As long as the affiliate money is coming in, you're straight. The reinvesting X amount of dollars doesn't matter. You've got millions pulled out from your affiliate side, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, Color Media. Sometimes you have to create your market. That's like a home security company breaking into houses in a neighborhood to go ahead and sell their product. That's one way. Create your own demand. Look, Craig. Let's say it like this: if you're going to invest in a company and they tell you you give $1, if you give $100, you're gonna get back $1,000 guaranteed. Just walk away. If that's what they're offering, just walk away. If you make more money, if they say that you can make more money by bringing more people in, walk away. They're all the same thing. So just walk away. A Ponzi scheme is a Ponzi scheme, no matter how you look at it. Elysium Core, this is exactly what I said earlier. They the weak hands, their red coin, their Bitbean, their Myriad did not do very well. They did not do very well. And once things started getting kind of sideways, They just couldn't hold up. They couldn't take the heat. When people started seeing uh their Bitcoin that they bought at 19,200 dropped to 17, then 15, then 13, you start getting kind of shaky. And when things start getting where it's not going up, 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 people are going to run. So it is what it is. This correction will end. We've gone through plenty of them. It's in a week or two, we'll be looking back at this like, look at all those fools that sold at 9,000. Yeah, color media. It's the same. It's the same Ponzi scheme all over the place. I remember right before Bitconnect started getting big. I think it was something called Gladia Coin, where you send in whatever you send in, you got double back in 90 days, and that was going on for like 5 months before it finally just disappeared and stopped paying out. And once it stopped paying out, if you didn't get all your money back in time, you lost. SK, leave a comment on one of my videos, and I'll send you the direct message. How long would the correction last? I don't know. This is day 3 of this downtrend, and from what I've seen, I believe that from what I've read, that most corrections can take between 2 and 3 days to go through its full cycle. So this is day 3, if we're counting what happened on Sunday. So this is day 3. So tomorrow should be hopefully a better day. Now, am I talking about a hard bounce where it goes to 16, 17,000? No, but it could be a thing where it gives us a small recovery and then levels out for a while and let the market adjust to the new levels that it's created. Color media, yeah, it's mathematically impossible, but ask yourself. You got to ask yourself. You have 3 people promoting how they became millionaires, 3 or 4 people promoting how they became millionaires, right? All right, cool. They're promoting how they became millionaires and how they did it. And on its surface, it looks like it can be replicated. Okay, cool. So on its surface, it looks like it can be replicated. And as long as you have a few people that have quote unquote done it, and a few people that are in the process and showing progress of being able to do it, you'll be able to get the masses to be able to join on in. You'll be able to get the masses to join on in. Yeah, the best time to jump in is when, how Warren Buffett said it, when people are scared, be greedy. When people are greedy, be scared. As of right now, people are very, very scared. So it's the time to be greedy. They'll come with time, buddy. I'm not too worried about the quantity as of now. I'm more focused in on making sure that I put out quality product consistently. It may not be to the extent of 50, 60,000 subs, but as long as the people that are subscribed are able to get quality information, if they need help with anything, I can give it to them. I'm happy with the slow grind. Happy with the slow grind. You know what? You say starting at the 25th of December, I would say you have to go back to around December not December, around November 20th to the 22nd. That's when things started getting a bit outrageous, and it took a small downturn November 30th, December 1st, and then from there it hasn't looked back. It has not looked back, and it was. I posted a theory in my Telegram group of. I started saying people are just buying whatever's cheap. So I went through on Bittrex and bought everything that was under 100 sats. If you were under 100 satoshis, I bought a bunch of you. And lo and behold, a week later, everything shot up like crazy. You know, that's when I knew that we were in for trouble. And I would get calls and texts from random people that that knew that I was in crypto, asking me about these terrible coins. I'm like, how did you guys even hear about these? Well, try to get as much as you can for $100 and hope that it goes to $1. God willing, for sure. Yeah, at the end of the day, holders are gonna, if the math is correct, if math is true, 90% of day traders end up losing up to 50% of the original funds after the first year. If the math is, if the statistics are correct, so you're a lot better off buying solid projects that, even especially if you can find good young ones, buying them and stashing them away and walking away. Trying to swing trade and day trade. If you haven't sat there and really mastered the art of staying between those bands and the Fibonacci charts, you'll get wrecked. I've seen it too many times. You're better off just buying solid and holding out. I've done okay, if you guys knew my crypto story, you'd laugh. I got into crypto via somebody trying to scam me back in last December, and I made my first purchase of crypto back January 22nd or 23rd of last year. So, and it's just been a slow grind from there. Yeah, that's I'm I'm very far from not doing well in crypto. I'm doing okay, If I was to take the path of using my wealth as a primary promotion, yeah, I could probably get a lot more subs, but that's not the route that I want to go. I prefer a smaller group that are more interested in learning what crypto is and everything that it comes with than those that are just here for the pump and dump. It sounds like I'm on a high horse, but at the end of the day, if crypto is to be truly adopted and to be taken seriously, we can't have that mindset of everybody's just gonna come in, put $1,000 and get rich. Until that mindset has been weaned down and tempered, we're gonna still be a long ways away from full adoption. So, but that's just my spiel. So I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. If you haven't already, you can go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe. I'm gonna be heading out for the night, and I appreciate you guys hanging with me. If you're feeling that urge to dump as things are in the red, think twice. We're all going through the same anxiety. Just sit back, go watch some go play some basketball, go for a walk the dog, watch a movie, grab a pint with your boys. Just get away from the charts. You end up getting yourself wrecked. So this is Mass from Crypto to Crypto. I enjoyed you guys, and I'll see you all soon.